This regime has sent 12 humans from Myanmar and Vietnam to South Sudan. South Sudan is a war-torn nation. What the f***, right? And I think that's exactly the reaction they're looking for. This is not to minimize the human suffering of these 12 innocent people. My God, to flee the civil war in Burma and then be sent to the civil war in Sudan? What the f***? But it doesn't make any sense. Sending 12 people doesn't do anything to further your immigration policy. So this is either a test to see what they can get away with in regards to the courts, because this is in direct violation to federal court orders, or this is a distraction.
I'm at the Capitol building at 1 o'clock in the morning because the Republicans are holding a Rules Committee hearing to try to pass this bullshit budget bill. And there are protesters here.
So why do they need to vote on this at 1 a.m.? $5 trillion in tax cuts. Millionaires will see tax cuts in each year included in the analysis, putting a requirement in SNAP for food assistance for people 54 to 64 to work. The most important takeaway here is they are still concerned about public backlash. Otherwise, they wouldn't do this at 1 a.m. in the morning. They wouldn't try to distract us by trafficking human beings to Sudan. They're making all those cuts but putting $60 billion in for new agriculture programs, sending aid to farmers.
All of the cattle ranchers here overwhelmingly voted for Trump. We support him. We voted for him. Something like 70% of our entire workforce is undocumented immigrants, and they straight up are not showing up for work anymore. We are going to go bankrupt now. We are going to go bankrupt. And yeah, we voted. We knew.
Farmers are going out of business under Trump's second term, just like they went out of business under his first term. And yet all these dumb motherfuckers voted for him again. At least 7.6 million people are going to lose their health coverage. They're cutting people's health care and they're cutting people's SNAP food assistance. Yet they're going to put $46.5 billion towards building the wall. They're imposing a $1,000 fee on migrants seeking asylum. Plan is to remove 1 million immigrants annually and house 100,000 people in detention centers. Concentration camps. Those are called concentration camps. $46 billion for a wall. $34 billion to expand the naval fleet. Hey, if China is such a big threat, don't you think we should spend more money on our Navy than on a fucking wall on our southern border? And more drilling and mining on public lands. They are concerned about public pressure, so you must put forward the pressure. 5calls.org. Tell them you do not support cutting of Medicaid. You do not support cutting of SNAP benefits. You do not support sales of public land. So let them fucking hear it.